Hello everybody, welcome to the Generic Cappy YouTube channel. Today, as you guys can see by the title, and I guess the thumbnail really, but the title especially, you guys can see that we are doing a casual predictions multiple for the Nintendo Direct rumor, Nintendo Direct for tomorrow. Um, and this is my first time trying this, so I'm not sure how well it'll work, but I do have background gameplay of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on a couple of the cups, I think. You guys can see it. Um, yeah, I want to talk about the rumors and my predictions, if it's true, for tomorrow. Before I'm too late, because usually I do these before the direct, like in my stream before the direct. But obviously, if it's a mini or if it's just not announced, obviously then I can't because there's no guarantee that it is going to happen. So I figured why not right now. Um, so for the most part, we talk about the leaks first, or the rumored leaks, and then we're talking about my own predictions. Um, but I do think that the 3D Mario um, collection for like the 35th anniversary is going to happen. Um, with 64 and Sunshine and Galaxy. Um, I don't think they'll be as changed as they once were thought to be, but I do still think it will happen, and it will be the holiday game for this year. To go along with the other 3D, or to go around along with that, I do think that 3D World will also be ported or have a definitive edition, quote unquote, on Switch. Um, being a like deluxe edition of the game with like maybe a new world, probably at least one new character outside of the um, characters in the original game. That'd be like Daisy or Pauline or I don't know, Yoshi. Like some people have talked about. Um, yeah, I think that'd be kind of interesting. So yeah, I do think those two are real, and oh my god, oh, oh, I got passed right at the last second. Anyways, um, yeah, I do think those two are pretty much guaranteed to be at the direct. Whatever form the direct takes, if it is a mini or if it is a Mario direct, like some people have said, it could be, or if it's just a regular direct. That's just shadow dropped, quote unquote. I don't know if they would do that because they would probably want to announce the direct like that, but it's a weird year, so who knows, right? But yeah, then there's other rumors such as with Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Um, for that, again, I do think that's real because I do think at a eventual point they probably want to start hyping up for a Pikmin 4, Pikmin 4 on Switch. But at the same time, I do think that if they like I do think another thing that could happen. They port all three to the Switch in like a Pikmin trilogy kind of thing, like another game that we're gonna talk about later in the video. I do think that's possible. Because it would, I mean, it would get the audience ready for a Paper Mario, not Paper Mario. That's a game that came out 2 days ago. My Pikmin 3, Pikmin 4 um, game. So it's possible. It's possible. But I do think at least a Pikmin 3 remake will happen just because Pikmin 3 is on the Wii U. So that'd be like an easier port to Switch. And then there's rumors about a Metroid game. A Metroid game, not like a certain title. Well, there is a rumor for both, but I'm not sure if both would be there because I'm not sure if Metroid is big enough on its own to be able to hold two announcements in one direct. I do think that there could be two announcements whole, like as a whole, for the year for Metroid, but I don't think it'll be able to hold its own in a direct. Be able to hold itself to have two announcements. So what I do think could happen is that we could get a announcement of the rumored Metroid 2D game, as well as, and it's possible we get both of them. I just don't think we will. But we could also get a Metroid Prime Trilogy announcement. But I do think they might hold that off until later in the year or later next year for a like a maybe if they want to do it like if they're E3 next year, if we have E3 next year is focused on Metroid Prime 4, they would probably want to announce it there, if anything. But obviously, we don't know. They could announce it this year. It might not come out this year, but they still could. Because I don't think they probably have it finished by now. Like they have with a lot of their other games that do get ported or get its like games on the Switch. That they have them ready for a little while. So I do think maybe we could get a port of and we could get the collection this year. And then I think it's one more rumor. Yeah, an F-Zero account on Twitter for Japan opened up. For me, I'm not sure if that has any hold as like an like an official thing, as like a thing to confirm that might be an F-Zero game. I'm not even sure if the accounts are real. So, obviously, I guess time would just tell on that one. So yeah, I do think at least half of the rumored games to release this year are gonna happen. Being Pikmin 3 Port Deluxe and 3D World and 3D Collection. And at the same time, I do think that it's possible we do get a Metroid game this year, announcement this year. If that would be a Metroid 2D game or a Prime Trilogy. And then obviously, I'm not really sure about the F-Zero thing. It could happen, but oh yeah, one more thing. As making this video, there was, I think earlier today or yesterday, a trademark taken out for a not paper. Sorry, I see it pop up in the corner. A Mario sports game. I do think that's possible if they do want to go the route of having another Mario game this year. That would probably be able to take on a like September slot if they do want to put it in this year. If that is a game they want to do this year. I would be all here for it. If they were to want to do that for one of the games this year. In regards to games, I think that's all the ones that have been rumored. Obviously, there's like once in the community for games, such as like Persona 5 or Persona 4, and like Kingdom Hearts and that stuff. Or like Devil May Cry might get a Devil May Cry 4 might get a port to Switch. I know that's a 1 as well, so there's still a lot of stuff that I guess can happen when it comes to predictions, but that's just like I think the main first party predictions when it comes to like a direct like this. Yeah, I mean we can talk about third parties before I guess. I do think we're gonna have a smaller third party showing than we usually have in any direct, because I do think that most companies that would have had a presence at this direct already did their their presentation. If that would have been Ubisoft or EA or any company like that, I do think they would have probably held off on any Switch announcements if that would have been the case. If they would have something in this direct, anything new, I think there might still be news on some from some companies that already had presentations, but I don't think that anything new will come out of it. But it's possible, like always. Um, what else? But yeah, I mean, there's obviously like always that one or two third-party games that everybody wants. If that would be a Atlas game or a Square game, or anything really. So, but I do think we'll probably get news on when it comes to third parties on like Bravely Default 2 and No More Heroes 3. I think those are the only two that are kind of guaranteed. Maybe to have news. There isn't really actually guarantees. I mean, there's not even guaranteed this direct is real. But obviously, I do want to get predictions out just in case, because you never know. What else could I say about this before I go into my like predictions or things I want to see? I do think that it is a mini, just for the basic fact that I think I lost this one unless I hit more than no I didn't. I do think that it is a mini based on the idea that it might be like a 40-minute direct, but it won't have like huge announcements that'd be able to carry like its own direct, and I think that's why they would probably want to go with a more mini physique, more mini like headline for this direct. Even though, I mean, it's gonna have more first part if it's possible. It could have more first party announcements than the March mini direct or the mini direct like last in January 2019. So I mean it's possible, but at the same time, I do think it'll probably carry the mini headline name. We're gonna retry that cup. Anyways, I mean, and I don't think a mini like headline means it's gonna be a bad direct. I just think it won't carry as much excitement as like a normal direct. Because I don't think it doesn't have as much. It's mainly just game focused. It's not really like presentation focused. If you guys know what I'm saying. Like it probably won't have people like you won't see people's faces in it. Or, like actual people like presenting games. It'll probably just be like a narrator speaking over, like the last mini direct. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's possible there's a direct tomorrow. I probably should establish that at the beginning. I do think it's possible. If it was a major direct, I think it would have been announced today or yesterday or Friday. But I do think it's possible that it could be a mini direct, and that would be as cool as a regular direct, in my opinion. I just messed up 2 times in a row. But yeah, for my predictions, and some of these will be outlandish, some of these will probably be more realistic. I do think that as like a more realistic prediction, I think we're gonna get a first look at Bayonetta 3. Maybe that's not realistic, but I do think at a certain point we do have to see. That's not something I really heard being talked about in like any other, because I did watch some other people's predictions before this one to get like a general idea about what people are saying. but I don't. That's not something I've heard much. I do think we might get it. That actually could be the end thing, and the 3D Mario games could be the beginning. Like a first look at Bayonetta 3, since I mean that's going to be one of the big Nintendo Switch exclusives from third parties when it comes to the end of the life cycle of the Switch. I think that'd be kind of important. Um, but yeah, I think that's good. And obviously, I think we're gonna see Bravely Default 3 and No More Heroes 3 and those games, but I do think Bayonetta 3 is possible. Um, at the same time, I do think that when it comes to first party, I do think we're gonna get one surprise announcement that will be out of left field. If that would be a spin-off of like a already existing franchise, such as Metroid, or if that would be a spin-off of Splatoon, or a spin-off of like Arms. I don't think Arms can really carry that right now. What else? What else is kind of realistic? Could see something Mario Party related in the direct. If it's, I don't think it's gonna be DLC. I think it'd actually be a whole new game. I mean, that's not as realistic, but if there's another Mario game outside of Mario Sports, I do think that it could be a Mario Party. Obviously, I think it would be Super Mario Party 2. Because I don't think they're going to drop a Super Mario Party title. Cause I think it's going to turn into its own franchise. Similar to how like the 3DS games kind of were like solos. So I think that'll be kind of how this will be. It would be like solo games. Okay, I kind of thought that would happen. That's why I went a little quiet. Zelda-wise, I think we might see a port. I don't think we're gonna see Breath of the Wild 2, or the name of the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I do think we will see a game, like a port of like a HD remaster of maybe Skyward Sword, or like Twilight Princess port from the Wii U, or like Wind Waker port, like HD ports from the Wii U. If they do want to carry those over, because obviously they don't have to when it comes to those two. But Skyward Sword sounds a little more reasonable, since I guess that'd be that's not as accessible in current current gen form. So, but I also think we can get a smaller Zelda title. I think the end of this year could either be really big, or not really big, but like kind of big, or it could be like really small, with like 2 games, or it could be 4 games, 5 games, just depending on how you perceive it, or how Nintendo looks at it with their publishing and develop the games. I think I'm doing much better in this cup than I did the last cup. And then when it comes to what's another series that Kirby? That's another game I think we could see. I don't know if they will show it, but that's a game I would like to see because of the behind the scenes talk of how this could be the best Kirby game. They're trying to do the best Kirby game possible. So I would like to see that. If it's a 2D platformer or a 3D platformer, I think that'd be kind of interesting. And it'll be something new. Maybe something that Switch, if it's a 3D platformer for Kirby, something that's different, and it will be able to be on the shelf next to Star Allies, if that's the case, instead of being a 2D platformer. Because then I think Star Allies comes off as like something that won't sell. I mean, I guess it could be the argument, same argument that could come with what was it? It was like 3DS games like Planet Robot and I forgot what the first one released was called, but like those two games. I mean, those were big on their own, so maybe they could do that. But I do think first the bigger, the one that would carry more weight is a 3D Kirby. But again, I mean that's something that might not even happen. A lot of these things might not even happen. This direct might not even happen, but I do think those things are possible. My one outlandish prediction: Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. I don't think that's not gonna happen in a Nintendo Direct, but something more outlandish might be a I don't know, Odyssey 2. I don't think we're gonna get that announced either, especially if this is a Mario Field Direct with like 3D Mario and like two other Mario games. I don't think we're gonna get another Mario game announced. But I would like to see one like Odyssey 2, but I don't think that's gonna come out. I don't think that's gonna be announced. I think that maybe that's an E3 if we get one next year, 2021 prediction or game to be announced for my October next year. Which it's a little weird, I guess, because then you have to like look at it like, where's Breath of the Wild 2 gonna go? That's something we'll have to deal with next year. Oh, I didn't actually think I'd win that one. I got exploded too, and England Girl got exploded. Anyways, what else is out there? We're gonna finish up this race, and then I'll do like some final predictions. But I do think I probably won this cup unless I absolutely fall apart this game. But yeah. Another outlandish prediction: Mario Kart 8 9. Play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so Mario Kart 8 9. I don't think that's happening either. There's those like rumors of like a racing game, which I guess maybe that's where the F-Zero game can come in. But I don't think Mario Kart 9 is a this year game. I do think that could be a game that maybe ends this Switch, and maybe that could be like a multi-plat, like a not multi-plat, but like a cross-generation game. Or maybe this goes Mario Kart 9, go to Switch 2 and Switch and this Switch. Same thing, maybe a Splatoon 3. Those kind of things I think could happen. Which I don't think we're actually getting Splatoon 3 either. That's why maybe a Splatoon spin-off. But I don't think we're getting a Splatoon 3. Another series that we could see is maybe Rhythm Heaven. That would be interesting. Because we haven't got one yet. We haven't got one in a little while as well. So, what else? A series that we haven't seen since the Wii could be Brain Age Academy. And that game was kind of fun. It captured more of the younger audience, like the younger audiences. Younger audiences like like the game that came out a couple months ago, Dr. Kawasawi, I think. Like the math and the critical thinking game came out Switch. I think that could be. I mean, Brain Age Academy would be interesting as well. But obviously, I don't think we're getting Brain Age Academy. But yeah, I think my solid predictions would be a 3D Mario collection, the 3D World port with I think new content, such as maybe 3D land levels or a possible new world based on these 3D land levels, or just like a whole new world recreated for the game. But Yeah. And then okay, so I think we won still, right? Yeah, okay. Let me make sure we won. And then I mean, looking at it, it could be a tomorrow also could just be like a Mario announcement for like the 3D Mario collection or 3D World, like they did with Paper Mario, um, which is possible. That'd be okay as well. But yeah, I do think we're gonna get ports for 3D remasters and 3D World and Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And I do think we're gonna get one Metroid game, not two, or not like a trilogy. Um, um, it kind of sounds like a lot when I'm saying it aloud, but I think we're at least gonna get 3 games this year, and 2 of them will be Mario 3D World and 3D remasters. And somewhere in there, we could get a new game, or we can get another port of Pikmin 3. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna go back to the home screen. I'm just gonna sit there and just think of final thoughts. But yeah, like I said, I hope there's a direct tomorrow. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, predictions. And then outlandish prediction probably be like Mario Kart 9. That would be next year. That would be next year's release, or a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, or like a Super Mario Odyssey 2. But yeah, I know this prediction video is kind of out all over the place, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys staying safe and wearing a mask and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.